Hey guys, today I'm going to do something a lot different. Not only is it going to be a change of scenery, Western Washington, especially the town of Stillicum and Lakewood, has a lot of rich history. You guys saw the graveyard that I went to on Thanksgiving, and that was the Old Settlers Cemetery. And there's like a lot of, I believe it's Civil War. I mean, I'm not specific on a lot of the history, but I'm about ready to take you to Western State Mental Hospital. This is a hospital that has been around since the 1800s, back when the war was going on, and there's a lot of talk about spooky occurrences and ghost sightings, and granted, I've never experienced anything myself. I have, however, went there on one occasion and took a bunch of still photos, and it was with a regular film camera, and this is back in 2001, 2002 that I did this. Unfortunately, they're gone. I have no idea what happened to them. I went to look for them one day, and they mysteriously disappeared. And I'm a very organized individual, so what happened to them, I don't have a clue. But in the photographs, if you believe in orbs, and like I've said before, I can't remember where I said it, but I've said it before that I'm extremely skeptical on it. Oh yeah, it was a comment on the Bloodshed Brothers vlog. Anyway, yeah, extremely skeptical on the whole orb thing. But in a lot of these pictures, especially by the entrance of the old Western State Hospital, which unfortunately they have torn down, that's why I would love to have those pictures, but at the entrance, there's just like orbs all over the place. Now, if I could, attribute that to dust, then, that would be just fine, but there are other parts of the hospital that we went to on the same type of dirt path that did not have those orbs. So anyway, catch up with you in just a second. Next thing you'll see will be the, not the newer part, well actually it is newer, but it's still extremely old. I'll give you a photo of the drive-by at the newer Western State Hospital, and then we'll take a little tour through the graveyard, this one. Alright, so this is the newer part of the hospital, and take a look at that stone wall. That stone wall has been there forever. They actually have rocks that are meant for reconstruction when somebody like runs into the wall or something of that nature. And there's the old Western State, or excuse me, the newer part. The older part is right up there. That's where we're going. You guys can see the water tower up there. That's where we're going. I believe that's the old church part. And there you go. So you guys can even go online and Google Old Western State Mental Hospital to see some of the stories of some of the strange occurrences that have happened here. And actually, my ex-mother-in-law works there as a nurse. So she's had a couple stories too. Here's some older outbuildings you guys can see possibly over there. Oh, there's, Fort Stillicum. 1849 to 1868. Anyway, there's some old outbuildings, and they've got, I was trying to show you some of the wagon. So, anyway, the next step is going to be going over here and taking a look at the older part of it. Now, for some of this, they have built a huge park here, and I'll show you coming into the entrance here. The entrance is right up here, and it's just like not even a mile from where I work. And back behind me, I started to say that there's a lot of rich history, and I mentioned the Old Settlers Cemetery. This is Old Western State, and down the road in Stillicum, just like 2 miles away from here, is a restaurant called E.R. Rogers. And actually, it's not a restaurant anymore. They went out of business, I think, about like 2 years ago. But there's a lot of strange occurrences that have happened there that are actually online. And then several miles from here, oh, actually, hold on. Man, I'm just all over the place again. Okay, here's the entrance to the park. But also, Stephen King's, the Rose Red Manor is also in Stillicum, and that's just like 5 miles from me too. So I'm actually thinking about like vlogging about all these things, because I get so caught up in staying at home, getting my Halloween props done and everything, that I forget about all the history that we have here. So, yes, I'm rambling. Maybe I'll put, if I can figure out a way, put this on fast motion for the entrance here, just so we can get through it real quick. Ah, cool, bump. Yeah, I like to go four-wheeling any chance I can. I'm the type of guy that steers for the bumps, not away from them. Now, yeah, this is the park. This is like a new playground that they built right there. And these are actually the original old outbuildings. And a lot of people come down here for, you know, walks, runs. There's a small lake down here. Here's the old barn. Now, here's the interesting thing. Right there is the graveyard. Western State Hospital Memorial Cemetery, 1876 to 1953. So we'll take a look at that real quick, and then I'll show you the grounds of where the old hospital used to be. Alright guys, this is the reader board, and each one of those little dots up here represent one gravesite. And these are all the number of souls interred. There are so many of them, and these were all mental patients. And the grounds at the original Western State Hospital covered 860 acres, and the patient census was 3,000. Historical highlights, and I'll read it because I'm not sure you can see it. Fort Stillicum, 1849 to 1869. Western State Hospital was founded in 1871. They actually had a farm here to support their patients from 1915 to 1965. And the patient cemetery was in use from 1876 to 1953. And what they're actually doing, and I'm not too sure I agree with it, but it is what it is. They're actually going through and putting names to the headstones. And they're doing it slowly over a period of time. I just read that they had about 30 of them done. Oh, never mind, I take that back, because it's really cool. This is all it used to be. Just a number, a brick with a number on it. And now they're actually starting to go and put markers down to recognize the people that have passed away. So yeah, this right here is all gravesite. They've actually got a dog park over there now too, but yeah, nothing interesting happened out here. And when I took the photos, I was hoping to see like a head or something pop up, you know, from somewhere, and I looked pretty closely at the photos and didn't see anything. So anyway, yeah, this is the graveyard cemetery, whatever. And I guess I'll take a look at like two of the most interesting ones. Here's some more that they've redone. They've even got the number of the brick too, in case you can't see the brick anymore. And I know the audio on this might be sucking right about now because it's really windy. I apologize. But I thought this one was kind of interesting. And I don't know what the significance of it is to have all four like this. And apparently they haven't marked it yet. I'm not sure if this is an actual grave site, or with this brick and that one, if they had something spanning across that, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, this is Graveyard, and those are the outbuildings again. That's the one that we passed when we came in. And next stop is to go back and take a look at the old grounds, which aren't too interesting anymore, but it's still history, it's still spooky. Here are some of more of the barns and the outbuildings that they used for the farming that they had here, I believe. So, kind of cool. I mean, except for the graffiti, it looks like something straight out of a movie. All the moss on the roof, dilapidated old buildings, cool and spooky. And this is where we just came from. There's the barns over there, and there's a small little lake right here. Don't swim in it though. And don't drink it. Ew. And then off to the right is the pathway. This used to be an all dirt road, and this used to go up to the ruins, but they've now basically filled in all of the ruins. So I'll show you more when we get up there. Alright, we're at the top of the hill now, and this is just some of the original structure that they've chose to remain here. What they've done is they've actually filled everything in and put a basically just a big slab up here. Just grass and whatnot. Hopefully they have pictures. I haven't been up here in a long time, so let's see if they have any. There we go. I hope you guys can see that. That's what it actually used to look like back in the day. And it was actually used as a training facility for a while, apparently. And that was back in 1932 of what it looked like when it was all one building. And that's what it looked like from a distance. Because right now that lake we were just walking along is over there. And over there is across the road where we came in, the new hospital. And some of the ruins. So, I just thought this was kind of interesting. So I'd show you guys. Anyway, I'm going to get back home. Or actually do some running around and then get back home. So we will catch y'all in a little bit. And I'll just do a short little segment really quick here on the tombstone from last night. There's a bunch of stuff up here that's holding weight to compress the two pieces together. And I know it's not that interesting, but there's the support bars inside. And the rebar is just going to go straight up here. And I actually wrote down a 1/2 inch right here to remind you guys because the tube size wasn't listed on Scary Lady videos. So the tube size that I used was a 1/2 inch, and the rebar, I actually put a piece of scrap rebar in there just to see how it would fit before I even bought the tubing. It fits not snug, but extremely well, so that once the whole bar is up there and with the 2 bars, it's not going to move. And I know the winds get pretty bad here during Halloween. And you know, her idea to do this is absolutely great. So anyway, that's it with the tombstones. We'll probably hit these more next weekend. And I've got one new subscriber tonight. I want to try and get this online early so I can get to bed a little early than what I've been doing. The new subscriber for the day is, see, some names are really easy to say, and some are like really, really, really difficult. So now I took my glasses off and I can't see. Blind as a bat. Rambelgi 34. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. And I think that's just about all that I have tonight. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. Happy haunting. I hope you guys enjoy the Western State thing. Let me know. Give me the thumb. Give me your comments. See you guys tomorrow. That's some bad hat, Harry.